Peace, everyone. Peace, peace, peace. Hi, this is Angela Jordan Perry. I am attempting to go live in a lot of different places. So, hey, everybody, peace. This is Angela Jordan Perry. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. I'm going to start a series this week. And this week is going to be all about why it is a good time to get started homeschooling, what you need to know, how to make it happen, why now is the perfect time to do it. So I'm going to give you all a moment to get on, log on, come in. When you come in, say hello to me, give me a wave, a thumbs up, a heart, or some sort. So for all of you who are viewing me on the different platforms, welcome, welcome, welcome. I have you on United Community Homeschoolers Unlimited. That is my page where I actually give families legal status to homeschool in this state. So if you're watching me live on United Community Homeschoolers Unlimited, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, some hearts, welcome in. I'm going to give everyone just a few more seconds to log in. If you're on Educating Our Own and this is your first time seeing me there, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling, welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, this is Angela Jordan Perry. I'm on all platforms, just about. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're on my personal page, welcome. So peace to everyone. Again, this is Angela Jordan Perry, and I wanted to do this series. This is going to be a week-long series where I discuss why now is the perfect time to consider homeschooling. And, honestly, all of you, most of you who have children in public school, you've already been forced to homeschool, so you've already had a taste of it. And so I'm going to talk to that and give you some insights on what you need to know to get started, okay? Officially homeschooling your own children, educating your own children in your home, not under the auspices of public schooling, okay? So before we get started, let me let you know who I am. Welcome to everyone. Hi there. Let me let you know who I am. So again, I'm Angela Jordan Perry. I'm a homeschool mom myself. This year will be 20 years. I started when my oldest was 4 and she will be 24 this year. And so I've been on this homeschooling journey for 2 decades. This year, 2 decades. I have 8 children, 4 of whom my oldest 4 and 3 of them have already graduated, and I'm still homeschooling 5 children that I'm homeschooling. So on all the platforms, my purpose-driven life is to make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers worldwide. So with that said, I have a lot of platforms in which I, reach out to people to educate, to empower, to inform, to give insights, how-tos, encouragement on homeschooling and homeschooling strong, okay? And since I've been doing it for 20 years, I've done all this up and down. I've experienced all the I want to, I don't want to, I'm tired of all of that, okay? So we make our home in South Carolina. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. Yeah, when you log in, let me know where you are viewing from. Just say I am in whatever state, whatever city. And that would be great information for me just to be aware of, okay? So let me know where you're viewing me from, and then give me some thumbs up and high fives. And then also go ahead and hit the share button, because you just never know who all are interested in homeschooling and need to get this information, okay? So anyway, I live in South Carolina in the upstate area. And in the state of South Carolina, as I mentioned before, I give families legal status to homeschool. I am an Option 3 Accountability Association Director. And so that basically means if you want to homeschool in the state of South Carolina anyway, you have to join an association. I provide that legal status for you to do that. Now, if you're in another state, I'm going to talk to that in just a second, okay? So for today, as we start this series, my plan is to do a live every day this week and just give you a small little nugget each day. They're not going to be long recordings, just really short, so just plan to join me every day this week anyway. Share this video out and get the information out to others who are also considering homeschooling. It's in their brains and they're thinking about it, okay? All right, so here we go. Now that you have been forced to homeschool, have your children in your home where you are either overseeing their education, maybe you have added supplemental work to their education because of COVID-19, okay? So with COVID-19 came this, everyone has to be home, as you all have been experiencing. And if you have been considering homeschooling and thought, I can't do this, I don't know how you all do this, how are you with your kids all day, I can't do it. Many of you have contacted me and said, Angela, I'm thinking about homeschooling my kids, because you've tasted it and see that it is possible. Educating our own kids, our own children is possible. You can do it. Okay, you can do it. The first thing you need to know is your state laws. What are the regulations that are governed in your state? Every single state, the 50 states, all have different regulations. That's the first thing you need to know. So if you have a friend girl in North Carolina who's homeschooling, the laws of homeschooling legally in California are greatly different. The expectations and laws in New York are greatly different than in Florida, than in South Carolina. Every state is governed by different laws. And that's the first thing you need to do, is find out what are the regulations in your state. And the way that you do that is pull up the education department. So for mine in South Carolina, I would do a Google search, Department of Education for South Carolina, Department of Education for California, Department of Education for North Carolina, whatever state you're in, go to the Department of Education, okay? And there, they should have some information about homeschooling. If you don't see it, then you need to Google homeschooling in California, homeschooling in Nevada, homeschooling in whatever the state is. You need to know your laws. And what I will do is find a concise listing of all the regulations for every state and put it in the show notes. So just look for that. I don't have it there now, but I will once we're done. It's a really simple process. Once you know what the laws are for homeschooling, then you can make plans to begin to homeschool legally, okay? So if you're in the state of South Carolina, you need to know that the first thing you have to do or must be in place before you can even consider homeschooling in South Carolina is you have to have a GED or higher, okay? You have to have a GED or higher to homeschool in the state of South Carolina, number one. And like I said, every state is different. Some states may not care if you have a GED or higher. Some states may require a bachelor's degree or higher. Some states may allow a neighbor to homeschool your children. All right, in South Carolina, you can't do that. You can't get a neighbor and say, hey, I want to homeschool. Will you teach my kids? So you can't do that. You have to have a GED or higher in the state of South Carolina. And you can ask others who would like to tutor and help you and assist you in that. And I'll talk about that in another day. So that's the first thing. Know your laws and what's required, okay? Then know when it is that you really want to get started, okay? So in South Carolina, you can start at any time, okay? You're not bound by starting in August when public school is supposed to go back to school this year. You're not bound by that, okay? You can get started now or through the summer. There's some other things you have to do before that, actually getting started in South Carolina, and I'll speak to that. First, know your laws, know the requirements, and know when you want to get started. How soon are you ready to get started, okay? Now, why is now the perfect time to get started homeschooling or educating your own children? Now is because, like I said, you've had a taste of it, and there really are in limbo of what's going to happen in the fall, okay? Many of you have reached out to me and said, now that they're homeschooling, forced homeschooling, they're doing a lot more work now in the home than when they were in public school. And so you feel like that's just a lot more weight and responsibility that you don't want. So therefore, you're considering homeschooling. Number two, some of you have seen what your kids have been learning in public school. Now that you're in it and you see it and you're thinking, dude, that's what you're doing? Okay, we need to do something different, or I need to add something in here, or I need to add, you are ready to take the reins of your children's education. Now, so this is a perfect time. You've had a taste of it. Now, and the beautiful thing about homeschooling in the state of South Carolina, under option 3 is that you have a lot of freedoms and adding other things into your schooling and that you want to educate your children on, okay? So I'm going to break that down through the week. So stay with me. Some topics that we're going to talk about, how to get started. What is the budget that's required to get started homeschooling? What ways can you homeschool? What resources can you utilize to homeschool? How do you withdraw your child from public school so that you can actually get started homeschooling? Deschooling. What in the world is deschooling, and what does that look like, and why is it important? I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the options that you have in South Carolina to homeschool. There are a few options that you have in which you can fall under homeschooling in the state. Know your budget, choose your method, know your state laws, okay? Know what your state law is. So the last thing I'll talk to you about is, well, I'll save that for tomorrow. And just to let you know, I am very much a by the cuff person. So when I think about it, it gets downloaded to me. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I don't do a whole big outline, and this is what I'm going to say. I just kind of run by the seat of my pants and just pour out what's already in my brain and my knowledge. So if you have some specific questions, and you want me to answer them, be sure to put them in the chat and I will get to them. Otherwise, just join with me every day around this time. My plan is going to be at 1 o'clock. Now, I'm a homeschool mom too, and they're over there just finishing up their work. So my plan is around 1 o'clock. Set on the notification bell so whenever I do go live, you can definitely get the notification for that and join in, or you can always hit the replay. Hey there, Shay, welcome. You're from Indiana. All right, very good. Hey, Tira. Hey, Kathleen and Louis and Simona. If you're joining by replay, just hit replay and then let me know where you're joining me from. But hang with me. We're going to be talking about homeschooling all week long and why it's now a great time to get started. All right. If you are in the state of South Carolina, be sure to go to my website at www.uchunlimited.com. I have a YouTube channel, I have a few. So on YouTube, if you're in South Carolina, you want to be connected to United Community of Homeschoolers Unlimited. All right. That's on YouTube. I told you my website. And then on Facebook, United Community of Homeschoolers Unlimited. Go to the page, be sure to follow and like if you're in South Carolina. If you're not in South Carolina and you're out of state, as I mentioned, I told you my purpose-driven life is to make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers worldwide, okay? So if you're not in South Carolina, no worry, I got you covered. You can go to my Facebook page and YouTube page, which is Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry. And there I have over 100, maybe I'm right at 130, 140 interviews. And on that platform, I encourage those who are of the African diaspora to home educate their children. So I have interviewees from all over the world who share their journey, their successes, their challenges, single mom homeschooling, dual parent homeschooling, just so many people who may look like you and have your story in which you can identify with. Also on Facebook, go to Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry, and then also Educating Our Own Now on Facebook, okay? And then on Instagram, if you prefer that platform, I haven't gone live there, but I do have Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling and Educating Our Own on Instagram, okay? So that's a lot of information. My information that how you want to contact me or set up a time to actually speak with me directly is on my website. Please feel free to connect there, okay? Peace, everyone. I look forward to sharing some insights with you as you are considering homeschooling. And if you're not considering homeschooling, then you may want to be considering homeschooling, okay, as we enter into the fall. But like I said, you can actually get started anytime, at any time you're ready to get started, and I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? All right, peace, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Take care, and we'll be in touch soon. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.